Students, very good afternoon to all of you. Today I am going to explain you the second chapter of your main reader, that is Beehive. The name of the chapter is The Sound of Music, and this chapter has two parts, and both the parts tell us or describe, or it is, you can say, it is a biography of the two music maestros. The first part discuss or tells us or gives the biography of a girl named Evelyn Glennie, who is hearing impaired, and despite of that disability she is a famous percussionist. Now in this story of Evelyn Glenn, we are going to study about this girl, and the title of this chapter is Evelyn Glennie Listens to Sound Without Hearing It. The title itself is very interesting. Here the author says Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing it. Now we all wonder, we are confused. How can you listen to sound when you can't hear? So this is something we will discover, that how Evelyn Glennie was able to listen to sound although she could not hear. And this chapter begins with this note: God may have taken her hearing, but He has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. So, in this, the narrator or the writer wants to say that although God took away her hearing power, she was impaired, but He gave her an extraordinary thing, and that was the sense of feeling. She could feel very deeply, far more deeply than a normal person, and that is why she was able to express music so beautifully, so well. She is a well known multi percussionist, means she can play many musical instruments. She plays different instruments like xylophone, drums, etc. So now we are going to read about this story, about the life of this girl, that how she got success in her life despite of the disability. There are many examples in our country of the people who are disabled, who are handicapped, but still they have earned fame in the country just because of their determination, grit, courage, because they were positive in their life and they achieved what they wanted. Because it is very true that when God takes one or gives us one disability, then He just improves the other ability in ourselves. So we get a very great message from the story of Evelyn Glenn, or we can say it is a motivational story, as it inspires all of us to overcome our physical disabilities and achieve our dreams and goals just like Evelyn did. So now let's begin with the chapter. So very first part of the very first paragraph of the chapter begins with this: rush our crowds jostle for position. Jostle means push roughly. On the underground train platform, a slight means thin, small and thin, girl looking younger than her 17 years was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibrations of the approaching train. So, in these lines, the narrator wants to say or highlight, he is highlighting the scene of a platform. This story begins with the scene of a platform, train platform. It is underground and there is a huge rush at the platform. People are pushing each other to get away. There is a small, thin girl. It is Evelyn. Evelyn is standing at the railway platform waiting for the train. And just as she feels the vibrations of the approaching train, she realizes that the train is about to come. She gets nervous and excited. This is the train that will take Evelyn to London. She is going to London to learn music as she has got admission in the Royal Academy of Music, which is a very renowned, very famous academy. Right now, Evelyn is in Scotland, and Scotland is a rural area. As we have villages in our country, they have these rural areas, or you can say they are the countryside. They call them as countryside. Evelyn belongs to Scotland, and Scotland is a country in Europe, and life in Scotland is not as fast as in London. The life in London is very very fast, as it is an urban area, whereas Scotland has farms and countryside. So that is why Evelyn is nervous, because she is leaving Scotland for London, and she is excited also at the same time, because she is doing something that she always dreamt of. She is going to the Royal Academy of Music to learn music now. Then further in the next line, the narrator says, it was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London, and daunting. Daunting means frightening or getting scared enough for any teenager fresh from a Scottish farm. So in these lines, who is a teenager? First of all, let us discuss about the teenager. Who is a teenager? A person who is in his teens, that is the age that begins from 13 to 16 or 17, you can say that is the age, teenage. So here in these lines, the narrator says that Evelyn is 17 years of age right now. She is a teenager and she is fresh from a Scottish farm. As Evelyn is from Scotland, which has more of farms and countryside, so she has not seen fast life. That is why she is nervous, and the writer says that she is fresh from a Scottish farm. That means she has come from the countryside where the life is not at all fast. As for example, if you are asked to go to Delhi to pursue higher studies, then what happened? The life in Delhi is much faster than Jabalpur, because it is a metropolitan city. So you can say London is the metropolitan city of Europe. So now further, the narrator says, but this aspiring means a person who has an aspiration or determination or a desire, that is called aspiring. But this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf. Profoundly means absolutely or completely deaf. So in these lines, the narrator says, Evelyn could not hear, and this was a bigger challenge for her. Moving from a rural area to a fast life was a smaller challenge. Evelyn faced a much bigger challenge, that was her inability to hear. Then Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing had been gradual. Gradual means in phases. It was not that right from childhood, or she was not born deaf, but slowly and slowly she lost her hearing ability. So that's further the narrator says her mother remembers noticing something was wrong. Now her mother recollects that when she came to know that Evelyn was losing her hearing power, her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. They called her name and she didn't move. I suddenly realized she hadn't heard, says Isabel Glennie. So Isabel Glennie is the name of Evelyn's mother. So here she says that, or she recollects the incident when Evelyn was 8 years old. She says that when Evelyn was 8 years old, she was waiting for her turn to play piano in one of the concerts, but when her name was called out, she did not respond. And her mother realized that Evelyn did not respond to her name. That means she did not hear her name being called out. So that was the first time that she noticed that. Then further the narrator says, for quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teachers, as she did not want the others to know that she is losing her hearing. So for some time she just hid that she is not able to hear. So this was, and just because she did not want everyone to know about her disability. As she has lost her sense of hearing in phases, It was a gradual process. In the beginning, when she could hear partially, she managed to hide this disability from her friends and teachers. Then further, the narrator says in the next paragraph, by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated and her headmistress urged her parents to take her to a specialist. So this was the time. So result was out and Evelyn got very less marks in the examination. So now this was a matter of great concern, and then the parents were asked by the teacher to just show her or take her to the specialist to know the problem, because the teacher saw that there was some problem in Evelyn. So she told to Evelyn's mother and asked her to take her to the specialist as her marks had started deteriorating. Then further, the narrator says it was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage. Impaired means weakened. So here, now when they came to the specialist, and then the specialist, he or she must have checked him and found that Evelyn had lost the sense of hearing because of the nerve damage.